Alright, welcome race fans to the first pre-season race of the Classic Indycar series in 2017. This is the first pre-season race of, if I remember right, two. One road pre-season race and one oval pre-season race. And our road pre-season race is at beautiful Mid-Ohio Sports Car course. A lot have changed from 2016 to 2017. We are racing in the 2011 car entries. Everybody had to choose a real car and is running the real livery according to his entry. So our first preseason race qualifying has ended right now. There they are, all standing one behind each other. So let's go through the grid. Right here we have Rob Grosser in first with a 108.153, and then with about 3/10 gap we have Lucas Laville in second, John Emsweiler in third, Timo Iso-Niemi is running out second row in this race with a 108.965. That's our four drivers in the 08s in this race. We have Carsten Brodowy in fifth, Hannes Pitkänen in sixth, David Sustello and Dale Stanley, Christian Richter and TM Hauser are running out our top 10. Then we have Jos van der Ven and Andrew Aitken, Andrew Arias Saunders, Rolf Just, Michael Gallica, Mark Figueras, and Jonathan Dix are all our entries today. We have in total 17 entries. Everybody behind is not racing but has attended the practice. We have right now still the gridding time, as you can see. Rob Grosser on the inside of turn 1. It's a very short God damn it. It's a short pace lap that I bring it out. 51 laps. I have heard that drivers need about 125 liters for this race. Let's go. On board with Robert Grosser. If I find the right camera, which I don't find right now. There we go, that's the one I wanted. We're approaching the green flag. There we go. Green flag. Rob Grosser is away, but I think we have a lead change already. Yes, we do have indeed a lead change right now. Let's rewatch the start once we have time for it. Everything clean and safe so far. We're right here on board, or we're watching, sorry, Mr. Carsten Borody now. Cameraman doesn't really know where he wants to look at right now. We're following Carsten Borody here in 6th place. So far so good, everything clean and safe so far. Oh, speaking of, John Emsweiler crashes out of 7th position. Let's have a replay of this right here. Let's go on board with him. Just losing it over the crest. Unfortunate there for John. Heavy front wing damage. Has to wait a very long time till he can drive away again. Very unfortunate for him. But very lucky he has 2 resets. Everybody has 2 resets in this series here for the pre-race events. And we have still the battle going on between Rob Grosser and Lucas Laville. Very close battle right there. Lucas Laville is still first. It's not giving us the difference between those two, sadly. But you can see we have 3 cars, nose to tail there. Lucas Laville, Robert Grosser. And who is that in third? Number 30. That is Timo Isoniemi in third. 49 laps to go. Top 5. Pretty much nose to tail with a bit of a gap between third and fourth. So let's run down your top 5 right now. We have Lucas Laville in first, followed by Robert Grosso, half a tenth between those two. Let's see if it gives us. No, it does not give us, sadly, the difference for whatever reason. But Timo Isoniemi was at line 0.884 seconds behind Lucas Laville. Then we have Hannes Pitkänen with 0.8 of a difference between him and Timo Isoniemi. Carsten Bordy directly on his tail with Hannes Pitkänen making a mistake there. Let's go. Look at this. Once again, I missed it there, sadly, for you guys. Just running too wide and then just taking the easy step. Not going the full throttle through there. Not risking anything there. Good move by Hannes. Let's go back to our leader again, who is still nose to tail with Robert Grosser. And Timo Isoniemi is dropping away a bit from Lucas and Robert right there. Let's go on board with the number 1 Robert Grosser. You can see draft is not too effective on this short straight with Lucas Laville making a bit of a mistake there. And Robert is directly on the nose, on the tail of Lucas Laville there. Quite tricky through this part here, the car, as always. Doesn't like the bumps through this section. Oh, Lucas Laville losing the car there. Oh boy, what happened there for Lucas Laville? He's still in second. What a save. Let's have a look again. Let's look back. 20 seconds. Let's hope this is right on the money for us. Not quite. Let's go back another 5 seconds. And we should be good. Let's see what happened there for Lucas. There we go. Just carrying too much speed. And then a great save there. Safely rejoining behind Robert, but losing the spot. He's now in second, 4.5 tenths behind Robert. And Timo is already half a second back on Lucas too. Seems like he gathered no damage, but probably a bit of pride has been damaged there. Right, 5 laps done. Let's run through the order. We have Robert Grosser in first, Lucas Laville in second, 7/10 back on him. Timo Isoniemi in third, who is 1.5 seconds back on Robert Grosser. Then we have a gap of about 1.8 seconds to Carsten Bordy. I think I'm gonna get his name by the end of this race for sure. Then we have Hannes Pitkänen in 5th, David Sustello in 6th, Andrew Aitken 7th, Dale Stanley 8th, Christian Richter in 9th, Jos van de Ven in 10th, Mark Figueres just outside of the top 10 in 11th place, 1.5 seconds at the line behind Jos van de Ven, TM Hauser in 12th, Andrew Adias Saunders in 13th, Michael Gallica in 14th, Jonathan Dix running out the top 15 with Rolf just behind him. Same goes with John Emsweiler, who is right now in 17th position. Car is quite tricky to drive here in Mid-Ohio. So if you are not too familiar with this race, well, with the race car or the track, you're gonna have quite some problems. And Lucas Leville still on the nose of Rob Grosser. Do we have another battle to look at? Let's see. Dale Stanley is in front of Christian Richter. He's not gonna get him by the end of the straight. We also have TM Hauser battling for the top 10 with Andrew Aitken and Mark Figueres. But we don't have too many battles going on right now. So let's go back to a lead battle between Rob Gross, Lucas Leville and Timo Isoiniemi, who is not giving up on this battle yet. The first three are always staying within 1.5 seconds. And Lucas Leville goes wide there. Loses the spot to Timo. Let's go. Oops. On board here with Lucas, who is now behind Timo Isoiniemi in third. Carsten Brodowy is still in fourth, but he is already 3 seconds back on Lucas Leville. First three are driving within 3/10 of each other, and then we have about a 8/10 gap in lap times between the first three and fourth. And if I have seen right, we had an overtake between Dale Stanley actually crashed. Oh boy, let's have a look at that. I just caught the position change, but Dale Stanley actually crashed here. Let's see. Going into that very challenging complex here, and just loses it on the brake at the turning point. Doesn't hit anything, doesn't look like it. Nope. Just a little spin there. Just some pride has been damaged, but nothing more. He's now in 13th place. He only lost a few positions. That is again the spin. I am so sorry. For some reason it gave us again the replay on the spin. He has pitted, probably for some damage repair that he maybe took, which we didn't see. Robert Grosser is now leading by about 2 seconds over Lucas Leville, who did overtake Timo Isoiniemi again while we were looking at the replay. They did actually lose about 1 second the last lap because of battling. So Robert Grosser now with a gap to Lucas Leville of 2.822 at the stripe, so 2.822. Lucas had a gap of 0.5 of a second to Timo Isoiniemi, and Timo has a gap of about 2 seconds back to Carsten. Our closest battle is probably right now between TM Hauser and Andrew Aitken. Let's have a look back at Jonathan Dix, who is in 13th, who has 2 cars behind him. Rolf Just and Michael Gallica. Let's see if this works. No, it still doesn't work. That's awesome. I have no idea why this doesn't want to work. Let's go on board with Rolf. Looking back there at Michael Gallica, who is waiting for someone to make a mistake. There we go, now it works. That's great. Rolf used trying left and right apparently to go past Jonathan. But it's really not easy to pass here. Quite a narrow track. Behind those three we have Mark Figueras, who is 3 seconds back on our battle right here. Seems like Rolf is the better braker of the two, but Jonathan has the better exits, and that's the way to be able to stay in front here. Just have the good exits on the straights and you're gonna be good. Actually, Mark is catching quite a bit up on those three. Last lap was a second faster, actually 2 seconds faster than the three of them, and he has already caught up to Michael Gallica there, who is in 15th. Please ignore below Rolf the plus 101. I have no idea for what that really is. Probably for behind the leader. Yeah, that would make sense. 1 minute behind the leader. Oh, we have Michael Gallica going very wide. Jonathan there with a little wiggle. Let's see if Rolf can capitalize out of this. No, he can't. Let's go on board with him. Oh, both going very wide. He's going wider, and he's not able to capitalize there. They were side by side, but Rolf said, nope, not through here, and Jonathan loses the car there. No contact there by Rolf. Let's have a replay there from the gearbox of Jonathan. That is not the gearbox of Jonathan. That is the gearbox. You can see just too much throttle, and he spins away and hits the wall there too. He will say thank goodness for the 2 fast repairs we have. Let's go back to the live camera. Now Rolf Just is in front of Mark Figueras and Mike Gallica. There we go, and Mark Figueras on the inside there, and can capitalize on the overtake. Rolf Just dropping to 14th, Mark Figueras now 13th. On the front, nothing changed. Robert Gross is still 2.7 seconds ahead of Lucas, who is about 8/10 in front of Timo. So we're looking right now at the closest battle we have. Oh, Rolf Just going very wide there, bit too wide, giving way there for the leaders. While we're having them here we have Rob Grosser. Mark Figueras already pulled out quite a gap to Rolf, as you can see. He's driving about Last lap was 7 seconds faster because of the lapping mishap by Rolf there. So let's run you down the top 10 order once again. Rob Grosser in first, followed by Lucas Laville, 2.5 seconds back at the stripe. Timo Isoniemi in third, 3.6 seconds back. Then we have Carsten Brodowy in fourth, 7.2 seconds back at the stripe. Hannes Pitkänen 8.3, David Sostello 20.5, Christian Richter 23.3 seconds back, Jos van der Ven 36.5, right behind him Tim Hauser. Then we have Andrew Aitken running out the top 10, John M. Swala in 11th, Andrew Addis Saunders in 12th, Rolf Just, the first car a lap down, battling right now with Dale Stanley. No, it's not. Sorry, that was lap car. I thought it's Dale Stanley, but this is Dale Stanley in the 38 machine. Then we have Mark Figueres now, who did, I guess, pit, or he made a mistake. Could be both. Could be both. Last lap was a 1:25, so he probably made a mistake because it's too short for a pit stop, I think. Michael Garlica in 16th, and then Jonathan Dix in 17th. Let's go back to Rob Grosser, our leader. Let's there we go. Let's go on board with him and ride a lap. Wrong. There we go. I call that very smooth from Rob Grosser right there. Extending the lead already by 3/10 since they came over the stripe. Showing that he is the one to watch for the season. Looks a little dropping back, and we have Jonathan Dix going into the pits there, and it looks like as if he crashed into the pits. Let's have a look at that on our instant replay. There we go. Yeah, very late going into the pits and then deciding to go into pits and then just carrying way too much speed to be able to make the turn there. So he's using probably his second fast repair. He's right now 2 seconds back on Dale Stanley, who is right in front of him. I think it's 2 laps. Yeah, exactly. There we go. 2 laps. Let's see. Do we have a good battle right now? Lucas Deville is third again. Let's see what happened there. Let's go back a bit. What happened there to Lucas again? Did he spin? Let's see. Here he's still second. What happened there? Did he lose it? Yes, he lost it over the crest. And he did also touch the wall. Does he go into the pits? Does not seem like, because he's still out on the track. Oops, so let's go back to live. There we go. He's still racing. Sorry for that. Accidentally double click on it. So he has right now Hannes Pitkänen and Carsten Brodoby behind him, who are 4th and 5th. But he probably has the pace to pull away from them again. Unless he has too much damage, which I don't really think he has. 31 laps to go. We have still everybody running of our 17 entries. The fastest lap of the race right now goes to Timo Isonemi with 1:09.294. He's running right now in second. Let's see, 3.7 seconds behind Robert Grosser, who is not the fastest but the steadiest. So you were able to just see him there running in the number 1 machine. The classic Indycar Series livery. Lapping right here. Who is that? That should be John Emswala, number 4. Let's see, who is this? No, it's Andrew Adios Saunders. Right there. Number 4 entry. Let's go back. Let's see. Hannes Pitkänen and Carsten Brodoby. It's our closest battle right now. TM Hauser has crashed. Let's see what happened to him. Instant replay. We are catching everything. If not live, then on the replay. Let's have a look. Yep. Just as expected, just loses it on the acceleration over the crest there. And then has to wait there safely. And then just pulls back onto the racetrack as safe as possible. It cost him quite a few positions. And also probably some pride. And why is it not giving us the live? There we go. That should be live now. There we go. Close battle on track. Still Hannes Pitkänen versus Carsten Brodoby, the number 8 machine, versus the number 78. Let's go on board with Carsten Brodoby and have a little bit of immersion once again. Then we have a little mistake by Hannes Pitkänen. Too much pressure from Carsten. He dropped back about 4 seconds from Carsten there. Probably no damage received, but once again, the pride is probably damaged. At the bottom of the screen you were able to see Lucas Laville, who has pulled out a 2-second gap to Carsten. Hannes Pitkänen in 5th. David Costello, you can see him, is 10 seconds back on him, 11 seconds back. We do not really have a close battle right now on the track, by the looks of it. But John Emswaller is digging into Andrew Aitken. Let's compare the 2 lap times of them. Lap times of John Emswaller were 0.9 seconds faster than Andrew Aitken last time around. But as always, closing in is one thing, but actually overtaking is another one. So let's run you down on the current standings that we have right now. So our current standings are, there we go. After 25 laps we have Robert Grosser in 1st, followed by Timo Isoniemi, 1.8 seconds back on him. Lucas Laville 12 seconds back, Carsten Broderby 4th. In 5th we have Hannes Pitkänen. Running out our top 6 is David Costello. There we go. Then we have in 7th Christian Richter, Andrew Aitken in 8th, John Emswaller in 9th, and running out our top 10 is Andrew Adair Saunders. In 11th we have Mark Figueres, Rolf Just in 12th, 13th is TM Hauser, Jos van der Veen is 14th, Dale Stanley is 15th, Michael Gallica 16th, Jonathan Dix is our last car on the racetrack right now. Everybody else behind did not start the race. So let's go back to our leader, Robert Grosser, and let's actually look back onto Timo Isoniemi, who is catching up onto on Robert Grosser. Last lap around, Timo was faster by about 1 second. Shouldn't be too long till Timo is able to go in onto Rob Grosser and be able to really put him under pressure. It shouldn't be too long till we see the first pit stops, by the way, because cars are about, you need about 1.5 tanks of fuel here for this race, and we only have 24 laps remaining. So we are over halfway point now. So last lap, Robert Grosser was again faster by a tenth on Timo Isognemi, but I mean, you can see it yourself. Timo is catching him. He did already catch him by 2/10 now this lap. Also, Lucas Laville is losing actually on those two. Lucas Laville is right now 11.2 seconds back on Robert. Both used there, going out of the pits slowly to leave those two by. Last lap, Timo was again faster by 3/10. It also was his fastest lap of the race. Very smooth through this complex. It's very hard not to make a mistake through there, as it's quite bumpy, and you have 3 crests within a couple of 100 meters. So it's 3 crests within 5 turns. It's really hard on the tires. Quite interesting to see. Timo did lose just in turn 1, 2/10 on Robert. Last time around there were just 0.5 seconds. Sorry, 0.05 seconds of the lap difference between Robert and Timo. So Robert's really trying to push his car to the limit to not let Timo too close to him. So the gap did change by a tenth last time around. So as said, they're pretty much on pace right now. Yeah, top 3 are on pace right now, even though Lucas is about 12 seconds back. About 11 seconds back. They're pretty much on pace. Robert the driver 109.135. Timo with a 109.211 and Lucas with a 109.180. It's gonna be interesting. Does Timo try the undercut? Does Robert try the undercut? Or does somebody try the overcut? You never know. You never know. Anyhow, 20 laps to go. This race is far from over. We have right now 7 cars on the lead lap. Christian Richter is the last car on the lead lap. Quite a few cars have pitted already. Most huge damage. Most of them coming from turn 12, I think this is. If I remember right, the turn count. But yeah, third last corner. Sorry, fifth last corner, of course. That's where the most damage comes from, or pretty much the only damage comes from. Timo is now really digging into, very slowly digging into Robert. You can see 7/10 now. It's quite interesting to see who is where faster. As it really seems like Timo is the faster of those two in the last sector, while Robert is faster in the first sector. Seems like Robert is not as confident in his setup, or it seems like he's not that confident in his car, as both go into the pits. That was a very late decision by Robert there to pit. So let's see who is faster out of the pits again. Robert or Timo. Very far drive up to the last 3 pit stalls. Timo is in his pit stall. And both off. Into traffic. They are for position. No, they're not for position. So let's see. Thing is, those two are actually battling right there for position. Number 88, Sean Emsweiler and Andrew Aitken. Oh, we have a stopped car there. Who was that? Was it Dale Stanley? I have no idea who that was. I'm so sorry. Let's see. There we go. Michael Goldica. Let's see what happened there. Let's hope 30 seconds are enough for this replay. No, it's not. So let's have a look. Another 10 seconds back. Let's see what happened there, because that spin we did not see before. Want to go another 20 seconds back. Let's see what happened there. There we go. Let's go onto the roll bar and let's throw it off. Yeah, just too much speed into the turn and then just loses the back end. Spins it around and then waits for the cars to pass. Very safe, very smart. Let's go back to the live action. As he nearly spins again on the live camera with 16 to go. Lucas Laville in the pits. Robert Grosser regaining first as... Wait, Timo Iso is suddenly in the pits again. What happened there? Let's have a look. Instant replay. Oh, we have a spin. Oh, where are we? Let's see. What happened? Onto the roll bar. Oh, he loses it over the crest in the last sector and has to wait. No, he actually goes completely out of the car. Wow, okay. That's one way to... That's one way to safely re-enter the track. So this now gives Robert Grosser a lead of 9.3 seconds over Lucas Laville. Then we have Carsten Brodowy in third, 31 seconds back, or actually 22 seconds back, sorry. Let's see, over the line we have a gap to Robert Grosser of 31 seconds. Hannes Pitkänen is in fourth. Makes no sense. Wait, Carsten Brodowy is 22 seconds back, there we go, and Hannes Pitkänen is 25 seconds back in fourth. In fifth we have David Sustello, 41 seconds back. Christian Richter in sixth. There we have him entering last turn. John Emswala in seventh. Jos van der Ven in eighth. Dale Stanley right behind him in 9th. Andrew Adair-Saunders in 10th. Mark Figueres 11th. Rolf Just in 12th. Timo Isoniemi did actually quit out of the session, apparently. Andrew Aitken in 14th, standing right here, probably serving his pit stop. Jonathan Dix in 15th, and in 16th we have Michael Gallica. If I remember right, we have a close battle here between Jos van der Ven and Dale Stanley, 8th and 9th. Let's watch them fight it out a little bit. Battle between the number 18 and the number 38 machine. I did not catch who we have in front of them. But looked like Jonathan Dix. Let's have a look. Yes, it's Jonathan Dix who is in 13th. 2 laps back on Jos and Dale. Jonathan Dix very wide there in front of them. Jonathan Dix racing this here just for the experience, actually holding up there. Jos van der Ven and Dale nearly able to benefit of this, but not quite, as they're both past Jonathan Dix now. Oh, this could be run into turn 2. Let's see, does he try? He goes to the right, and he goes into the inside, but is not able to stick in there. Both of them are, by the way, 2 laps down on Robert Grosser, with 12 laps remaining in this race. It's, as said, the closest battle we have on track right now. That's why we're sticking with them. Seems like Dale has the pace over Jos. Jos, one of the newcomers, as is Dale Stanley. I don't remember if they're gonna race full time or no, but newcomers nevertheless, and an 8th and a 9th place is a very good positioning for them. We have probably another retiree, which is TM Hauser. So we have 15 cars remaining in this race with 11 to go. So 50 laps down. As also Lucas Laville is closing into Robert Grosser. He's now 8.5 seconds back on him. I'm gonna keep you updated on the gap between those two while we're watching here Jos and Dale. Seems like Dale has pushed a bit too much and is now losing his tires as he lost in the last lap 8/10 on Jos. As speaking of the devil, Lucas Laville has seemingly parked his car. Let's see if we can catch something there. Let's have a look. Let's see what happens. He's still driving here. Oh, yeah, very deadly slide there. He didn't touch anything. That is very interesting. Let's go back again. 15 seconds. I want to see what really happened there because that looks very, very weird. Let's go back now 20 seconds. That looks very weird what happened there to Lucas Laville. Let's see, so here's the spin. He did beach, wow, okay. Very unlucky break there for Lucas Laville, who did actually beach on the edge of the sand gravel to the grass. Very unlucky there for Lucas Laville. So, which gives now Rob Grosser a lead of 27.3 seconds over Carsten Brodowy. Then we have in third Hannes Pitkänen right behind him. We have Rolf Just in the sand trap there. Re-entering the track safely again. Let's stay with those two for a bit. So we have two close battles right now between second and third, Carsten Brodowy and Hannes Pitkänen, and then for eighth between Jos van der Ven and Dale Stanley. With 8 laps to go, we can pretty much say if Robert doesn't bin his car, he should go out as the winner of this race. Lucas Laville, by the way, did re-enter the track again. He's able to drive again after his car got towed to the pits again. Let's look back from Carsten's car to Hannes Pitkänen. Let's give you once again the pure sound for the last time of these beautiful Indy cars. Oh, that was too much pressure there for Carsten from Hannes. Or did maybe Jonathan Dix play something in that? Let's have a look again. A bit too less back. Let's go another 10 seconds back. Oh no, just Carsten way too deep into the turn. Jonathan not really giving them a lot of room. But yeah, that's how it plays sometimes with the lap traffic. Let's go again with Hannes Pitkänen, who has now a gap of 4.6 seconds to Carsten. Mike Figueres now in front of Dale Stanley. It's the battle for 10th position, as you can see. As we have 5 laps remaining in this race. Fastest lap time holder is right now Lucas Laville, who is racing right behind them, but not for position, as Lucas Laville is still ahead of them. He's in 7th position with Jos van der Veen behind him and John Emswaller in front of him. John Emswaller is just 4.2 seconds ahead of him, so you can see the gap there. The red car is Lucas Laville. As we have a big crash there, or at least something. Let's go, Lucas Laville. Let's see what he caught of that. Instant replay. Let's see what happened there. In front of him. Going into turn 2. Oh, Mark Figueres loses the car and ooh, he did touch him there. Well, let's see that again from the roll bar. Oh yeah, big damage to the front wing there. Oops. He has to continue with this damage now. In front of him is Dale Stanley, who is sitting in 10th now again. Three laps to go. Mark Figueres seems to have left the session, as we're on board with Robert Grosser, who has 2 laps to go to secure the win here at Mid-Ohio. Christian Richter, by the way, is now in 5th position, sneakily gaining positions away from the cameras. In the number 64 machine here, who has no livery as of right now. He's 23 seconds back on David Costello, who is 4th. Behind him, John Emswala in 6th, as you can see, 8 seconds back, 8.5 about. Last lap, let's go on board with, let's have a look at Robert Grosser on his last lap. He's 35 seconds back. He has a 35-second gap to Hannes Pitkanen. So, as said, unless he bins it and his engine explodes, he will win this race. Just a few more corners to go. Safely over the crest. 3 corners to go now. 2 corners. One corner, and there he takes the checkered flag of this race at Mid-Ohio. He wins it. Hannes Pitkanen in 2nd. He is crossing the finish line now. I'm on a very wrong scene, by the way. Now we have Carsten Brodowy, who has still 2 corners to go. He also takes the checkered flag. Now we have David Costello in 4th. And it seems like Christian Richter actually crashed on the last lap. Lucas Leville, he already finished, I think. Yes, he has. And what happened to Christian Richter? Did he take the checkered flag, or... Well, let's see. Or did he just cross the finish line and park it? Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so he just finished it and then parked it and then disconnected. Okay, good. Sorry for the confusion there. So let's have a look at the results of this race. If I can get them up. There they are. So we have Robert Grosser finishing 1st, Hannes Pitkanen in 2nd, 35 seconds back on him. Carsten Brodowy in 3rd, 41 seconds back. Our last car on the lead lap is David Costello in 4th with a gap of 1 minute to our winner Robert Grosser. Christian Richter is running out our top 5. John Emswala and Lucas Leville are running out our drivers that are at max a lap back. Jos Verdeven, Andrew Saunders and Dale Stanley are running out our top 10 of this race. Rolf Just, Mike Dialika and Jonathan Dix are running out our cars that actually have finished this race. Mike Figueras, Timo Isoniemi, Andrew Aitken and TM Hauser all did not see the checkered flag. Everybody else, Austin SPD, Stefan Schlacher, Maurice Weimar, something like that. I'm sorry. Brian Corwin, Jack Turner, Sam Winton all did not start this race. So yeah, that was the very first race of the pre-season race of the Classic IndyCar Series. Hope you all did enjoy it, as I accidentally did press the replay button. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time when we go to our second preseason race, which will be an oval. I forgot which one. I'm very sorry. But yeah, you're gonna see it once again here. Twitch TV/SteveSoundPlays. Have a good one. See you next time around. Bye bye.